All right, Toon, I'm going to need you to record 3 PvP matches for me so that we can review the footage later, do some post-game analysis, and we can figure out what you need to improve on.
Okay.
Ooh, powerful opponent, eh? I'm pretty powerful myself. Alright. Nailed it.
Let us wrestle, little man.
Yeah, this is good. Hit me again. Go on, hit me.
Yes. Even more power.
Oh, damn it. I wanted to press the other one. Gotcha. All right, give me that combo with the rosé. All right. Do you like this color?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
I'm fighting because, like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's always so awkward when you both sidestep in the same direction. Damn it. I can't believe that stupid little maneuver actually worked. Ow. Probably should have done something there. Oh no, wait. Blue card!
No, wait, hang on, stop, you know what?
You like that little backstep? I'm trying to be fancy. Oh, what? Why don't you pipe down? All right, guy. Oh crap. No, wait. Rude? Can I go now? Oh my god.
Is that another word for coffin?
No, but this is.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
He's only got 2 Zenkai supports? Aren't you supposed to have 3? All right, do I go first? No. All right. Go on, hit me. Yeah. All right, hit me. Yeah, that's better. Hit me. One more. Yeah. Now I'm gonna pound you. I'm gonna punch you. Oh, look at the little free-to-play.
Huh?
Oh. Okay. So this is what it must feel like to be Goresh, huh? My old stomping grounds. This was my team before the 8th anniversary. Oh, I loved Regen. Good times. Good times with Vegito and the chewing gum. How about this? Ooh, drop combo.
Would you like to lock in a little bit, Toon?
I'm trying, man.
Try harder, dummy!
Oh my god.
All right, I'm just gonna burn these out. All right, here we go. You only get 4 of these.
Another one.
Let me. Oh. Oh wait, this isn't gonna do it. Yeah. All right. Look at the damage. Ah. He dropped. Now I kill you. Now I kill you. Okay, now I kill you.
I got this.
Oh, this ain't gonna do nothing, right?
I will destroy every last universe.
Oh, I got you. LF, go! Do you like this color? You better get used to it. It's gonna go in you.
Ready for me to put you out of your misery?
No shot, this kills me. I did the kick! Oh, that Broly Zenkai is only level 5. Am I about to... No. Respect thy opponent. Nope. Assume nothing. No shot, I'm winning 3 in a row. There's no way. I can't believe that worked.
Another one.
Gotta keep the combo alive.
Huh?
I see you, one Super Saiyan Broly. I raise you. Got you with that little fake out, didn't I? You weren't expecting that, were you? Ow. I got you.
Come here!
Ow. The shirt comes off. He doesn't have an ultimate? A stupid move actually worked.
I will destroy every last universe.
That's legendary finish, GG.
This is the end. There is no escaping your fate. Now we surrender to this power.
What a brutal way to kill someone, man. Now, just to prove I didn't skip anything, all right? Look at that. Win, 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 win. I ain't skipping nothing, all right? Totally legit. Praise me, Goresh.
I'm gonna try not to nitpick everything because it's not super relevant. Every single thing, every single like little mistake. But
Nah, man, you can do it. Maybe you can like
just
quiz
little
me.
things.
Maybe. Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, so you can pause right here, right away. So typically, I don't endorse mid-range strikes just like immediately like this. I think there are times where it can be effective. Like if Green Broly has a full gauge, sure, you can maybe go for it here and there. Typically, the timing where you are safe to go for a mid-range strike is when you know your opponent can't perfect vanish you. So let's just say you start the match with a green card. This Broly's green card is what we call a stop time event, and the reason why it's called a stop time event is because it stops the time of the match, and you can kind of see what your opponent is doing at the time when you use it. So you have about a second or two to, while the animation is playing, to see what your opponent is doing, right? So that's very, very valuable. So if you use the green card right away and you see that your opponent is just starting a sidestep, then at that timing, you know that you can press a strike and they can't perfect vanish your strike. You know what a perfect vanish is, right?
Yeah.
A perfect vanish, for those of you who don't know, is you go for an attack and your opponent vanishes you at the timing to where you cannot do anything afterwards, and they can essentially guaranteed start a combo against you and there's nothing you could do. So if your opponent is going for a sidestep, but they're at the very beginning of the animation of the sidestep, you can go for a strike, even if it's in mid-range, and they can vanish it, but they don't perfect vanish it. So it doesn't give them an instant way to counterattack you. That is, again, at the end of the day, going to be down to experience. It's just something you learn from playing. But I typically don't think it's a great idea to start off with a strike right away. Typically, if you have a stop time green card in your hand, that's a decent way to start the match, because as you can see, this opponent you're playing against did immediately tackle. So if you were to use the green right away, you would see the exclamation point during the animation of the green card, and you know that you'd be safe to go for a strike after that.
But aren't you also wasting a regen? Because doesn't Broly's green card give him some health back? That was why I never...
It does, yeah. It does, yeah. But it does... this character heals so much anyway, and he's going to get his gauge, which gives him the auto counter, and he just has so many different defensive mechanics at the end of the day that it's not really like a... like you must get this regen off on the green card situation. I think you can feel free to use it even if you have full HP. All right, so you're comboing.
Start stepping.
Yep, that's good.
And then I didn't know what to do here.
That's fine. You don't really have anything to do. You have no cards.
So at that point, I was actually considering just trying to go overcharge to maybe do one of the charge kicks that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's not a horrible deal. I mean, he goes for the he goes to waste your gauge, which is fine. You have a blue. Now hold on. After this is done, pause right here. All right, I'm gonna ask you this question, and I want you to answer this.
Okay.
Which blue card should you pick?
Yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna ask me that. I know. So look, sometimes you ever have this thing when you're like gaming on the PC or just using your mouse, and you randomly just have a hand spasm and you just do something random. That's what that was. That's all that was. I swear.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just randomly pushed that, and I was like, "Damn it! I knew that was the wrong one." But I couldn't help it.
It's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's fine.
It could actually matter, right?
It's valid.
Maybe
valid.
you get to a point later in the match where you're like, okay, if only I had one more Dragon Ball, like I could change things here. But
when that happened, I thought to myself, I couldn't think for too long, but I was thinking, will he pick this apart right here? I wonder. Will this be used against me?
As long as you know, that's all I care about.
I was very much aware.
And see, yeah. So here's like kind of the spot that I think, that's actually not a bad place to go for the blue there. People tend to be really hesitant fighting this Broly, like, oh, should I proc the gauge? Should I not proc it? I think most of the time it's better just to proc it. With Rose, it's really important just to get his combos going because he gets card draw speed when he fills the gauge up. He gets blues and ultimates. So just prioritizing the combos with him is better. And then, I like this play switching to yellow Goku Black. This makes sense.
I actually don't know what the hell I'm doing with the blue Rose or the yellow Rose because I don't know what they do. All I know is that the yellow Rose has that same gauge that the Broly does. So I didn't actually know like how I was supposed to handle them. So I was just kind of using them as like standby characters until Broly was ready to come back. That was kind of my approach when I was first doing this. Yeah,
I mean, that's I would say green Broly is kind of your main unit on the team.
Okay.
So it's not like a terrible way to think about it.
What is
yellow Goku Black is he's kind of like almost an anomaly because he's one of the best defensive units in the game while also being one of the best offensive units in the game. So he can sit in there, he can eat combos, and then when the combo is over, he can just incinerate you with like a blue card.
What is his gauge in here? What is that for yellow Goku Black?
Yellow Goku Black, when he fills up his gauge, he destroys cards and lowers ki and destroys a Dragon Ball. So it's very defensive heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when he has his, the only way you can deplete his gauge, so you'll notice when his gauge fills up, it stays full. And the only way to get rid of it is to use a blue card or land a green card. That was the big problem with that character when he first came out, back in 2024 is he didn't really have a very like easy way or convenient way of resetting his own unique gauge, and it just became very difficult to use him. That's why with his equipment, you'll remember in slot 3 for his equipment, he draws every time he enters the field with a full gauge, he draws a blue, because the blue will dump the gauge. All right, here you're getting comboed. He drops the combo. Yeah, so you could have like vanished that. It's not a huge deal because you could just transform here anyway. Pause it for a second. This Broly, this green Broly is very annoying, by the way, for red Broly. Do you know why? There's two answers to this. There's 2 reasons.
He stops your combo when he transforms.
Yeah, that's one of them. And the reason why that's annoying is because it is very difficult to stop this red Broly's combo otherwise.
Oh, really?
The second reason, the second reason is they just added this mechanic or this visual indication before Anniversary started. You see under the red Broly's health bar, there's like those 2 red debuffs that are like a little bit lower than the other ones.
Oh yeah, I tuned these out. I don't know what the hell these are.
Yeah, so the one on the it's kind of small for me to see, but one of them indicates that their Rising Rush is sealed, and then the other one indicates that their main ability is sealed. Can you take a guess as to why this red Broly's main ability being sealed could be really bad for him?
Yeah, because the main ability is what transforms him into Legendary Super Saiyan, right?
Yeah, and if it's sealed, then he can't transform.
He can't transform. 90%
of the power of the character is post-transformation.
Ah, okay.
So this green Broly, when he fills up his unique gauge, this is insane to me. I feel like I've complained about this in the past like 10 videos straight. This green Broly, when he gets his full gauge, because he gets 2 of them, right? Seals mains and rushes for 15 counts. So you could go 30 counts back to back without this red Broly being able to transform. So it is very annoying. So you just got your gauge filled up. That means this red Broly pretty much can't transform and he can't access his full abilities.
So it would be in his best interest for me to exhaust that gauge by having me transform, but then that's the catch-22 because now I'm even stronger and I could combo into a blue, right?
Well, yeah, but his main would still be sealed. The question for the red Broly user would be, do you just transform before you fill up the green Broly's gauge just to get it in? Even if you might not, because the thing with this red Broly is you want to fill up his unique gauge before transforming because he gets an extra bonus for doing that. But is it worth just sacrificing that just to transform and get the transformation off? Like, it might be worth it.
That's so cheap. I can't believe you get that seal even after the gauge is gone. That's crazy good.
Well, yeah, because it's for 50. So once the gauge fills up, for the next 15 seconds, the seal is just, that's it. You can't like do anything about it. It's up for 15 seconds.
Busted.
So here you have your gauge up with Broly, right? No. So yeah, I actually like this play. You're aggressive. You're trying to combo. That was obviously an unintentional drop combo, but that was a good play.
Yeah.
And then this was another unintentional overdrive, but you landed it, so it's fine. I think one of the strengths of this green Broly is you can like pretty much just do whatever and you're fine because you have the safety net of the gauge transformation. Right?
Yeah.
Also, the one thing I would also say with this Broly, just pause real quick, is you have your main ability up. There's literally no reason not to just press the main ability pretty much whenever you can, because once you transform with this character, he loses that, right? Because you have a main ability with each form of this character. Fury Broly has a main ability, then Super Saiyan Broly has a main ability, then Full Power Broly has a main ability.
Okay.
It's not like you use the main ability with Fury Broly and then you can't use the main with the other forms. Like they're individual mains. So I would just say, because you're about to transform with this character at any point, right?
Yeah.
So before that happens, I think it's just worth it to get value from the main, because the main ability destroys a Dragon Ball. So it's better to get that in, I think, just before you're going to transform. And it gives you a green also. So
Roger that.
That's just something to remember. And the thing about this Broly that you're fighting is, obviously, if you attack him with his full gauge, he's going to transform. Except if you perfect vanish, that doesn't apply. So if you attack this character off of a perfect vanish with a strike here, he would not transform.
Oh, damn.
You only have one action to take here. So if you hit him with the strike here right away after perfect vanishing him, it would actually connect. But then if you change another card in after that, then he would transform. Okay, so before you click the strike card, again, I think you probably could just click the strike card on Broly, just because Broly is a character that you can pretty much do whatever you want with this full gauge up. But normally in a position like this without vanish, I think it is almost always better to switch. because when a character doesn't have vanish, it's just very tough to do anything with them. If your opponent just goes for a strike, like you can't do anything about it unless you have an auto counter with this character. So special case with green Broly, it doesn't really matter too much, but typically if you find yourself in a spot like this where your character doesn't have vanish left, it's usually better to switch. Because he mained there, he stop timed you, he saw the exclamation point, that's why he went for the overdrive. Like he didn't just press overdrive out of nowhere, he knew you were going for something because he saw the exclamation point there. There's the main, like that, like that. That's obviously a horrible play by him, going for a full screen melee green, but you were going for a quick attack there. Bad timing.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt. Chain the blue in, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he finally got his main off.
Yeah. He gets vanished back from that. You PV'd him there, but you didn't use it. No. See, another instance where of a perfect vanish.
I'm trying to see it. I want to just see that again.
You did a good job of waiting this out. Like you didn't immediately sidestep. You waited a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that like it's like a very like explosive aura that appears when you vanish. That's a perfect vanish.
It's really hard to see. I'm gonna need to like watch some videos of examples to like see the difference.
It's also just timing. Like that animation didn't always used to exist. People just knew how it knew the timing on it from just playing a lot.
Like I'm not gonna lie, when I did this and I backstep, I just thought I was doing some like advanced reverse like mind games type thing that would just throw him off. That was kind of my that was my idea. I don't think it ultimately
well,
actually
if you back up, I don't think that was a bad play that you made, like backfloating into mid range, because let's just look at this. So you backfloat into mid range. Let's just think about this. After this, he goes for a strike. What could you have just done?
Vanished?
Yeah, you could have vanished.
But instead it triggered the impact.
Yeah, you could have just vanished right there, and then you would have had a free combo. See, the thing with this Broly, so he drops there for some reason. You're about to get a blue on Rose, which you smartly use against Broly because it's type neutral. That's why it does so much damage, even though you're a blue unit.
I was not aware. I did that because I knew that wouldn't transform him.
So you sidestep and then use a green. I would just recommend not doing that a lot of times because it takes too long.
Okay.
See that? Like you pressed it and then he just striked you. Yeah.
Yeah.
In melee range, it's probably not ideal to do that. Here you go to Broly, which makes sense. You could also go to Yellow Goku Black here if you wanted to. Doesn't really matter too much. I think Green Broly would eat this fine. He goes to Red Broly.
Once the Broly transforms to full power, what is his gimmick besides that like one guard action where he just like nullifies the...
It's pretty much just that.
That's it. Okay. So he loses like all of his defensive strategy. He just becomes like a powerhouse.
Well, the guard action is pretty good. So if you, instead of going for a strike right there, back up a little bit. This is something that is a little bit more advanced, but if you would have went for the blue, if you waited for this guy to jump and then you went for a blue instead of the strike, you actually have time after the blue card animation, if he vanishes it, to just stand there and use the guard action. But on a strike, you're kind of like, you're stuck in the swinging animation, so you can't really use the guard action, because to use the guard action, you kind of have to be just like kind of idle with the character. It's kind of like the UI. I always like to think of this guy's guard action as like UI Goku's dodge engage. It's kind of the same thing. So if you whiff the blue card, the character immediately goes back to being an idle. And that's when you can use the guard action. So even if you miss the blue, you are ready to use your guard action right away. If you miss the strike, you can't use it right away. So I tend to like going for greens, and because this guy has a melee green card, I like to go for greens and blues in melee range with full power Broly, because even if you miss those, you are fine to just use the guard action. Yeah, so we know that's a drop combo. So you can either opt to do that, or you could have just went for an attack right away. He had no vanish there, so yeah, that makes sense. And that's a dead Broly because you nullify his endurance. Yeah, so this is the last thing we could talk about in this match is you vanish and then immediately go for a overdrive. Okay, so you have three options there. You had a blue, you had a rush, and you had an overdrive. So that's really what you had to do here, because you couldn't switch. You had no switches available. This was it. I would say, in my opinion, the best play you could have made right here is actually to rush, which sounds risky because if he would have vanished it, then you miss your rush. But then you could have just overdrived afterwards.
Can't you do
The reason why... Yeah, go ahead.
Can't you do the reverse of that? Can't you overdrive and then if they dodge, you go into a rush?
Okay, the reason why is because you can't do anything if you miss an overdrive. You are exposed.
Ew.
That's not the case on a rush.
What?
If you whiff an overdrive, you are just kind of stuck there for a second.
That seems...
If you miss a rush, you don't have the same recovery window. There's less of a recovery window. So you can whiff a rush and then immediately overdrive, but you cannot whiff an overdrive and then immediately rush. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, luckily he went right away, so the overdrive worked. But I think technically speaking, it's not a huge deal. But technically speaking, I think going for the rush first there made a little bit more sense. That wasn't bad though. That was actually a decent match.
How would you grade that?
I would say it was like an 8 out of 10.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Wait, that's not... I'm gonna peak too fast. It can only go downhill from here if that's 8 out of 10. Damn.
Well, maybe the next match sucks. We'll see. Green Whis. Green Whis is annoying.
I don't know anything about him, but it is the funniest thing fighting with that Whis because of the slap, dude. The most disrespectful animations where he just slaps the crap out of you.
He can guaranteed paralyze you.
Oh, I've been dealing with that recently. I hate those.
That was a nice tackle. I like that. This is good. So far, so good. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Here's Whis.
I got nothing, so I do a little, whatever that's called, legend action.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine to do.
And then I think I go into an uppercut. Oh no, I don't.
It doesn't really matter at this point. You have your gauge ready. Yeah, you can kind of just sit there. Use the blue.
Yeah. This
okay. Yeah.
He
didn't want to deal with the. He didn't want to deal with the Broly counter.
He didn't want the smoke. Oh yeah, I was fighting a ghost of my past, the regen team. This was my favorite team for the longest time.
Kid Buu is still pretty good right now. Actually, all these characters are still good right now.
Dude, Buhan made my life so easy. I could just sit there and everyone else had to everyone else would try to come at me and I just destroy him, man, with that whatever the hell that thing was called. It was so great. Made my life so easy.
Counter, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, I know. I know you're gonna say something.
Well, actually, that is a good play if it was a ranged blue card. You know why?
No.
If that was a ranged blue card, so pause it for a second.
Oh.
Specifically against Buhan, this is only if your opponent is using Buhan. What do Buhan players do at the beginning of every fight?
The green card.
Yeah. And if you are the person who's fighting the Buhan player and you immediately go for a ranged blue right away, what is likely to happen?
Oh, would it drop their green?
No, they would use the green card, but your blue card would just smack them in the face because they'd be stuck in the animation.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if this Broly had a ranged blue, that actually would be a good play. But unfortunately, he's got a melee blue, so it wasn't a good play.
So I can tell you exactly what I was thinking at that moment. I was panicking because I didn't remember what exactly triggers his counter. So I figured I'd just open with the blue. That way, if I whiff, then he'd start comboing on me, and then I'd get my gauge up.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can make those plays with Broly, and it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
This person in particular has Super Vegito, who I think probably is just the biggest counter to Broly in the game.
Yeah, a couple of times when I fight people, when they know I'm about to transform or my gauge is full, they'll switch to Vegito like in time for it.
Yeah, but you have Yellow Goku Black, so you should be okay. So there's probably a better way you could have done this after this clash is over. If you did not know, transformed Yellow Goku Black, his green card, pause right here. His green card is a ranged green.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That resets your gauge. So you could have, what I think is probably a better play right here is you could have transformed into Rose with this guy, used the green, and then just popped one of Buhan's counters with Yellow Goku Black, and then you could have swapped into blue Goku Black, because there's a lot going on here. It's actually pretty convoluted if you think about it. If you pop Buhan's auto counter with Yellow Goku Black on his third slot of his unique equipment removes buffs from the opponent when they use blue cards. When Buhan uses a blue card, he goes type neutral. But because you have the buff removal, you're removing Buhan's type neutral that he gets from his blue card, which means you could go into your blue Goku Black and eat the blue card for type advantage.
Got it.
Yeah. It's a little. It takes like a bit of. Again, this is why I always say it just takes practice to understand how these things work. But.
That's AP calculus right there, dude. Yeah. I'll tell you, my thought process here was Goku Black is tanky. My yellow Goku Black is tanky. I'm gonna just weather the storm and I'm gonna wear out his 4 counters.
Yellow Goku Black is so tanky, and he also heals so much when he transforms that you eating a counter, potentially even type disadvantage against Buhan, isn't really a huge deal.
Yeah, and this was only because of my experience running this team that I learned this, because I would get my ass beat by people who would do exactly that. They would just exhaust my counters, and that's when I realized, wait, I only have 4. I thought it was a forever thing. And so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna burn this guy out.
Yeah, I like this play of just popping the auto counters, just getting him out of the way now. Makes sense to me.
Yes, sir.
You're deleting his buffs again, because even on standby, Yellow Goku Black deletes buffs because he's balanced. And, okay, there's the last one. And that is it. No more auto counters for him.
Yup.
Once again, actually, no, I think, okay, see, pause it real quick. So you'll see that that blue card did more damage than the other 2 blue cards. That's because Yellow Goku Black only deletes buff effects 3 times. So you've already used up all your charges. So that's why that Buhan, that final blue card actually was type neutral for him. That's why it did more damage than the other ones.
Got it.
So you have no more buff removal charges left on Yellow Goku Black. But I think you still got a lot of value from it because you removed the type neutral from Buhan from the first 2 counters, which was nice. I like this play. Yeah, makes sense. You have your auto counter ready to go. He's gonna go for is he gonna rush you? What is he gonna do here? He's got to do something. You can't just sit here forever, not proccing your gauge. He does rush. Okay. Luckily for you, so again, this just comes down to experience and knowing what characters' kits are. Buhan, when he uses a green, nullifies endurance.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Why doesn't this kill Broly? Because let's continue and we'll watch this rush not kill Broly. Oh, you guessed him. Okay.
Oh.
Well, pause it again.
I forgot. Okay.
So that, I'm just going to tell you, that rush would not have killed Broly, even though Buhan gets endurance nullification on his green card. Why?
I have no idea.
There's 2 answers to this. The first answer is Broly removes buff effects against rushes. The second answer is blue Goku Black, even from standby, twice in a match, removes buff effects when the opponent uses an ultimate or a rising rush.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, this is why I've been talking recently about there being way too much buff removal and second lives everywhere, because it's just very hard to kill characters. Buhan wouldn't have killed Broly there with a rush because his endurance nullification buff effect got removed. All right, well, you have your counter here. Yep, he procs it. I agree. Good. That was a good decision by him.
Yeah.
Vegito is going to be able to eat this blue card pretty well. But if he takes a hit from Yellow Goku Black, he's going to disintegrate into 1,000,000 pieces. So.
I don't think I switch. Oh, I do.
You do, which is the good play. Yeah.
So right there, I think I realized that okay. So I was gonna say he fully heals when he transforms, right?
He doesn't fully heal, just a huge heal. It's like
Isn't it better?
HP, yeah.
Isn't it better to then try to like prolong the need to transform by just running as Goku Black?
You could do that, yeah.
So that was what I realized here, that I might have wasted this.
The merit to transforming, even without needing the heal, or if you don't get value off of the heal, is just because he's a stronger character post-transformation. He has blast armor on his strike. He doesn't have blast armor prior to transforming. He's got a much better blue card after transforming. He's got a much better green card after transforming. He's got higher stats after transforming. So there's a lot of benefits to transforming, even if you don't get value from the heal. But yeah, you definitely, if you feel like you need to just prolong the match and, you know, get value from transforming with the heal, that's also worth it. Something else to note about transforming with this character is this guy gets 4 cards when he transforms. So you potentially could go for like a full combo with base Goku Black and then transform to get a full hand right away, so you can continue the combo. So there's pros and cons, but it just depends on the situation. Yeah, he's not doing anything to you. Yeah, look how much damage you do in one strike.
Yeah. Oh, why did he drop combo there though?
He probably just misplayed. That's crazy damage. Yeah, that's why I said you're gonna hit him once, he's gonna explode into 1,000,000 pieces.
I think I said something in the video. I was like, holy crap! I think I said that.
All right, here's Rose. He's got to go to Kid Buu, yeah.
Was that a hold on? Was that a perfect
good?
vanish?
No.
Are you sure?
Let's watch it again. The reason how I know it's not a perfect vanish is because he was already in the middle of winding up his attack and you haven't vanished yet. A perfect vanish is the best way you can think of it is it's not frame perfect, but it's close to a frame perfect vanish. I personally right there would have went for the green. The reason why is because the green fills up Broly's gauge a little bit, so it just gets you closer to getting the next transformation, and it's also a melee attack.
I think I now desperately use my yeah, I do, because it was about to run out.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend that. There are spots where, like, if you're in the middle of a combo and your overdrive is about to run out, probably is better to use it. But if you're just standing there, like in mid range or something, yeah, you don't want to do that.
So when that happens, do I just have to let it go? I just feel like
just let it go.
Just lose so much. Okay.
You do, but it's better than just giving your opponent a free combo. It's kind of similar to what I see a lot of new players try and do is if they have like an ultimate in their hand, they'll be like, I can't switch because I need to get value from this ultimate. Yeah. That's like a huge trap that people fall into. And most of the time, it's just almost always better if you have no vanish or something to switch. Just give it up. It's a lost cause.
I don't like that. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't like it though.
Yeah, it sucks. But that's usually what the better play is.
Okay, I need to start understanding what these logos are. So could you tell me what these are down here? Like, what do all of these mean? There's a blue. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's typically not really too important. I mean, it used to be important because the cover null icon used to be the only way to tell when that was active. Now we can just take a look at the opponent's character icons, and if there's that red kind of like circle next to them, which we looked at earlier, then you'll know that it's up. So there's no need to keep track of it anymore.
So do I not need to worry about these like little debuffs here?
I mean, you generally knowing what they usually the debuffs are way more important to know than the buffs. So that obviously like the heart icon with the red border around it means you've got less health restoration than normal. The one next to that is actually pretty important. That's card draw speed down. So that means you're going to be drawing less cards than normal. Okay. And then the one next to that is poison. So you're taking like very slow, gradual damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that could be important if there's a character that gets something from the opponent being afflicted with an abnormal condition. So an abnormal condition is like poison, paralysis, bleed, like immobilization. There are a select few abnormal conditions that exist. Faint is an abnormal condition. And there's a very, very few set characters in the game that actually gain like the different kinds of buffs off of the enemy being afflicted with an abnormal condition. But that's not really like super necessary to know, but that's, just for your information, that's what that is. There is one other one that you should know. So actually, like, it's very, very quick, but back up real quick. You see that little like guy with his arms up and the X next to him on the buff bar? On your buff bar?
Yeah.
That is endurance nullification. You see the blue text in the middle of the screen that says nullify endurance? The little icon next to it?
Yeah.
So that's obviously you get to nullify endurance with that active, but you'll notice that Buhan is a character that nullifies buff effects when he gets hit by a blue or gets targeted by a blue card. So you'll see that icon immediately pop up and then it'll go away right away. So if you unpause for the next second, it'll go away.
Oh yeah.
See, it's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he removed it right away. So that's why if let's just say Buhan switched out to Super Vegito with endurance would live the blue. He would get his endurance activated, but you wouldn't nullify it.
Wait, hold on. What the hell?
That was a very rare cancel out. So he used his green at the same time as you use your blue. They're both ranged attacks, and neither one of them has priority over the other, so they just cancel each other out.
A blue doesn't supersede a green? I thought that was like the order of operations.
No, they're the same.
Whoa.
Blue and greens are the same. Yeah.
I had a second.
There are specific blue cards in the game that actually have priority over other blues, but it's super rare. It's like first form Pod Frieza, like his Supernova has priority over other blue cards. I guess it's just them trying to reenact like the Bardock scene or something, but very few characters have that. Like Final Form Cooler Supernova also has that. It's going to be very tough for him to come back from here. You have your Broly transformation. He can ult you. That's fine. You should remove his buff effect.
And I
Nice kick.
I finally got to do something from our previous.
Yeah, there you go. That was a good kick. Because you know why that was a good kick? Because you waited for him to go for the tap attack, right? That's why.
Yes,
you did
sir.
That. A little slow, if I had to nitpick, but it was good.
Well, yeah. I mean, you think about my brain, and I'm like, oh wait, okay. In like real time, I'm thinking that's what he said in the video. Okay, let me do it now. And by then, it was like 3 seconds later.
Yeah, but that was good. That was good.
Yeah, yeah.
These are actually these fights are good. These fights are good.
I promise you, and you'll see in the next one, I did not skip. All right, these were 3 consecutive fights, and I won those 2 in a row. And I'm in diamond rank, bro. Look at his team and look at my Goresh Junior team. Like, look, this is crazy, man. This is like one of your videos.
Yeah.
Only difference is there's no 99 down here.
You got pretty unlucky with the hand starting out for the same card as Brutal.
No, what the?
You tried to go for a charge step there. And
I sure did.
That was a drop. Is that on purpose?
Nope.
That was a good drop if it was on purpose.
Nope. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That was not on purpose.
That was, yeah. I mean, that was actually not a bad play. You didn't have FK to use it.
I have a couple of moments
Here's
where like
your
I do
gauge.
things on purpose, but that was not.
So you see Yellow Goku Black's gauge filled up, and then you just stopped his combo right away because he just killed all his cards.
Oh. Oh, and
He does transform without his full gauge, though, which is interesting.
So I guess this guy transformed early because he knows what's coming up with the unique gauge.
It's possible, yeah. I mean, but maybe he just wanted to get his Vanish back. Goes to Goku Black. Yeah, he's probably going to tank it the best. And he could heal it off with the transformation, but he can't transform yet because it's sealed right now.
You like that? You like that? Hold on. Did you like that? I'm so proud of this. I need some praise. Look at this. Look at this. Whoop! You think I'm going to do something? Oh, no.
Okay,
I'm waiting for you.
You know why this is a good play?
Why?
Do you know what Broly's blue card does?
Nope.
Have you ever been hit by an opponent's Broly's blue card?
Probably at some point, yeah.
Okay. Broly's blue card destroys their entire hand.
Oh, yes. I am familiar with that. Yes.
So the reason why this is actually a good play, if this wasn't something you thought of, is if you don't have any cards in your hand, what can you do?
Vanish.
You can sidestep, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you did this, right? You read that he was gonna sidestep right away.
Well, I didn't know about the blue, like the card destruction thing. I just knew that if I rush forward, and typically when you do that, you're also doing a dynamic, what is it called? Dynamic field change or whatever. So
an area change.
An area change. So I figured he would be expecting that, so I wanted to stutter step a little bit and throw him off. That was my little rationale.
Well, the reason I would do this is because you know they have no cards in their hand, so they can't really do anything besides vanish, and so that's why I would. It's actually not a bad play. Like maybe I'll do this.
You can call it
blue
the
card with Broly.
You can call it the Toon special.
Yeah, blue card with Broly, then just dash up and go for a strike right away. Yeah, that's not a bad play because you can just transform now.
Yes, sir. Oh, he knows it.
He doesn't want to activate it. We're fighting one of these guys, huh? That's a perfect vanish right there.
Yes. Oh, it was? Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah. It is brighter. I'm just going to have to get used to identifying that on the fly.
And then you got another blue in your hand. Yep. This character's really dumb. That's probably his first life, yeah. Okay. See here, what can you do with Broly now? You have like a few options of what you can do right here. What
guard
do you,
action.
What do you?
Guard action.
Yeah. I would literally just stand here. Go to Blue Goku Black. Okay, that's not a bad play. You could have went to. I think I personally would have went to Yellow Goku Black there just because he would heal it all off from transforming.
Yeah.
This Broly could be a problem. Are you going to go to Blue Goku Black here?
Yeah, I do eventually.
The reason why that was a good play, I think you probably should have went to Blue Goku Black a little bit earlier, but the reason why that was a good play is if you don't know how this Red Broly works, Red Broly twice in a match can prevent you from cover changing. It's very similar to Ultra UI Sign Goku's ability.
Yeah.
But the main difference between those is Broly doesn't hit you with no switching afterwards. And the reason why that's important is because you just tried to go to Broly. He prevented you from going to Broly, but then you immediately could just go to Blue Goku Black. Right? So you could just switch once, he prevents it, and then you could just switch a second time. He can only do it once per switch in, and he can do it a max of twice. So I think going to blue Goku Black here was the good play, because he can't prevent it from happening a second time. Until he switches back out.
When he did that, I was honestly expecting to get hit by an ultimate, because that's what Ultra UI gets when he when he blocks you, and I had to deal with that so many times that I got so used to it.
Yeah, this probably doesn't have anything like that. I like this. This is a good blue card. It's gonna hit pretty hard. He's gonna get his gauge off of this though. Never mind, he's just dead. Okay. I didn't think that would just straight up kill him. That's crazy.
I think
perfect vanish. That was a perfect vanish.
But before that, I think I read this thinking that he wasn't able to vanish after it. So he sidesteps, and so I do this. He's on the end of his sidestep. I didn't think that he could vanish after that.
He can. He just can't perfect vanish. Okay. Also, going for so if you back up again, like I said earlier, once you overdrive, if you miss the overdrive like this, then your opponent can just hit you right away. I assume this person just didn't know that. That's why he waited there. Either that, or he just didn't have any cards in his hand at the time. But if he would have just immediately went for like a strike, you couldn't do anything about it. And then this is gonna kill him, because you're superior blue.
Overkill.
He has a Stardust Fall.
So
active.
I have a habit when I'm about to die in any fight for any reason. I will use I'll use the main, and I'll use the Dende, because like almost every main I've ever used gives you a heal. Is that just standard protocol, or are there certain cases where you don't main into a heal?
You're asking, are there any main abilities that don't heal you?
Yeah.
So Broly, on the first two forms, his main doesn't heal, but I would say 98% of characters in this game heal you on their main.
So is it okay to kind of like just get used to doing that when you're almost dead?
Yeah, you could do that. That's not a bad idea.
No!
That wasn't a bad kick. Okay, sure. That wasn't a bad kick because you're 3 against 1, and this Gogeta has no way of getting his vanish back. So if you just even whiff the kick there and you make him waste his vanish, I think it's still worth it. If I were you, I would just kick him again. Yeah, this is also fine. Go to blue Goku Black here. Yep, I like this. And he has no vanish. This blue Goku Black, by the way, on his main ability destroys 2 enemy Dragon Balls. That also works. Overdrive. This probably will kill. Oh no, it's not. This kills his rush, so we can't rush you.
Got him.
And that's an LF, yeah.
Yes.
Not bad. Yeah, I mean these there was really nothing that you did in any of these fights where I'm just like putting my head in my hands, really.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I will say I don't like fighting at rank 60. It's too stressful. I like fighting dummies at rank 40.
That's so
Go to treasure battle. There's a lot of dummies in there.
Well, that's what I did for the okay, I will admit that I did do that for this. I did do treasure battle fights.
Have you played Tri Arena? Tri Arena is fun.
No, I've never done that. I'm too scared.
It's a very casual mode.
That does not look casual to me.
It is very casual, and it makes you use different units that you wouldn't normally use. Like I used Garlic Junior. I actually just recorded the video. So I used Garlic Junior in there.
Look at that. Look at that, my boy.
That's good.
I did not cheat you.
I mean, yeah, overall, nothing really I could complain too much about. I think, again, a lot of the things that I'm talking about throughout watching the matches are just, those things just come down to playing more, experience, knowing what the characters do. Okay, this guy removes buffs, so I can swap here. I'm fine with eating the hit on this character. I can heal it off with the main ability. I can use my green here to get cover null against this character. Like, there's a lot of those kind of interactions where you just need to be familiar with what the units are doing. Which, again, that's why I said at the beginning of the video, most of getting better at the game just comes down to playing a lot. So, but yeah, I mean, I think these were good.
I'm glad in terms of like, I mean, I don't know a thing about any of these characters. Everything you told me today was just completely Greek. But like the basic kind of flow of combat was what I was mainly kind of holding on to, and I feel like that sort of worked. It's ultimately like I have to play the game a ton to like start to internalize all these extra things that you said. Because I guarantee you, as soon as we stop this video, I'm gonna forget like 90% of what you just told me. It's just too much.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean,
so much stuff.
It's just things that like you should just keep in mind if when you're playing, you're like, oh yeah, Buhan, I could remove his type neutral with the yellow Goku Black means I can go to a blue character, need his blue card, things like that. Every character basically has buff removal effects against rushes and ultimates. I mean, this is a lot of what went into their decision. I don't know if you remember this, but they like changed the way that like kits are written to make it more like kind of
Yeah, I remember that.
concise.
I remember.
Yeah,
I mean, still, like, as a noob, it's just still too much for me.
it is. Yeah,
It's just way too much. But like, obviously, it looks way nicer now.
yeah. All right, well, I think we are going to wrap there. 3 matches where I think generally.
What's my
they were
grade?
good.
What's my grade overall?
I would stick with the 8 out of 10 total.
Let's
It did
go.
good.
Let's go.
I'll give you a B plus, even though 8 out of 10 is like a B minus, right? But I'll give you a B plus. That was good.
Let's go.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We'll be back with more beginner's guide stuff as we move throughout the anniversary and beyond. And I will see you in the next one.
Praise me in the comments, please. Thank you.